Good day everyone. I am Carl Xavier Ditan, a first-year student in University of Mindanao, taking up Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. And today, I am tasked to discuss to you my research proposal entitled Stress and its Effects on Academic Performance of Grade 11 students, STEM students. So we proceed with the chapter 1, which is a problem and its setting. Under the chapter 1, we have the background of the study. So first study that we have here is an international study conducted by Wakugu in the year of 2011, which confirmed that stress is a problem at the university. The study focused on medical undergraduate students, revealed that over 70% of students had experienced stress during the course of the study, and majority of which said that the stress had impacted negatively on their family and academic life. That is the first study related to my research proposal, which is an international study in an international university. The next study related to my research proposal is a national study, which is a study of Marison RD in University of the Philippines, that states the top 5 overall stressors of the respondents were academic difficulty of subject matter, workload due to subjects, time management because of subjects, responsibilities due to being on one's own, and time management because of both subjects and organizations. So that is the second study, which is a national study that is also related to my research proposal. And the last study, which is related to my research proposal, is a local study in University of Mindanao, which is located in Mantina, Davao City. So many students are so much affected by stress. Although students have different courses, they encounter almost all the same problems, and all of them experience different stress levels. So this is a local study conducted in University of Mindanao, and its participants are college students in different programs or different courses. Although the courses are different, most of them have the same results because they have the same almost the same problems, and they experience different stress levels. Next, we have the statement of the problem. So the purpose of this study is to determine the significant relationship between the levels of academic stress and performance in mathematics of grade 11 STEM students in Davao Doctors College. In connection to this, the researchers seek to answer the following questions. What is the level of stress among grade 11 STEM students? What is the level of academic performance of the grade 11 STEM students? And is there a significant relationship between levels of stress and academic performance? Next, we have the theoretical framework. So this study, or my study, is anchored to the processing efficiency theory, which states that query has 2 main effects. First effect is the reduction in storage and processing capacity of the working memory system available for a current task, and the second effect is an increment in on-task effort and activities designed to improve performance. So there is a crucial distinction within the theory between performance effectiveness, which is the quality of performance, and processing efficiency, which is the performance effectiveness divided by effort. And I choose this theory because this theory is in line, or which is very related to the research proposal that I have. Next, we have the conceptual framework. And in figure 1, which is the image shown, I have the conceptual paradigm of the study, which shows the independent variable, or the connection of the independent variable and the dependent variable. In our independent variable, the academic stress has 2 subvariables, which is the signs of stress and the stressors, shows the connection to the grades, which has the subvariables of first quarter grades in mathematics subject. This study's independent variable is academic stress with indicators of signs of stress and stressors. Now, stress is characterized as a condition of mental or passionate strain brought about by unfriendly conditions. Stress is characterized as a condition where you feel tense, fretful, on edge, or stressed, or can't rest around in the evening time since you consider issues constantly. Academic stress has been identified as the primary reason of these alarming figures. And in today's highly competitive world, students face various academic problems including exam stress, disinterest in attending classes, and the inability to understand a subject. This is actually very relatable to me as a student, especially as a working student, which personally I do encounter lots of stress, not stress in school due to less time, so I can barely manage my time or I can barely manage my sleep because of the over activities that I have, or tasks, unfinished tasks, which is my stressor. Next that we have here is the significance of the study. So this study will be undertaken to determine the levels of stress and the performance of grade 11 STEM students of Davao Doctors College towards mathematics. The beneficiaries of this study are the various sectors that follows. First, first ones that benefits this study is the students. The direct recipients of the output of this research are the students. The result may raise awareness on the levels of stress of an individual towards the academic subject, mathematics. Next is the parents. The research benefits the parents of the students who experience stress towards mathematics. As parents enroll their children in the institution, the parents should be aware of the subject taken by their child and how they perform in class. Next are the teachers. The result may benefit to the teachers as it gives an idea on how to handle class and lessen the stress experienced by the students. Also the administrators. This will be beneficial to them since the study will be used as a basis to implement a new project to decrease the students experiencing stress in mathematics. And lastly, the researchers. The outcome of this study is beneficial to neither present researchers or the future researchers. This study may be one of the bases that a new theory in stress awareness will rise. So those 5 sectors or 5 categories are the categories that gains benefits in this study. Next is the scope and the limitation of this study. This study is focused on the levels of academic stress and performance in mathematics among grade 11 STEM students of Davao Doctors College. The level of academic stress is determined by signs of stress and stressors. The level of academic stress in terms of most stressful, moderately stressful, less stressful, and not stressful at all. The coverage of this study is to further determine the relationship between the levels of academic stress and performance in mathematics. That ends our chapter 1. Next, we proceed to chapter 2, which shows our method. First, we have the research design. This study is conducted by the researchers. The study conducted by the researchers was a quantitative type of study in which it deals with collecting data using numbers and statistical analysis. Furthermore, the researchers use descriptive correlation method in order to entail gathering of data in order to test hypotheses or answer questions pertaining to the current status of the subject being under study. Hence, this method was employed to describe the relationship between the levels of stress and academic performance among grade 11 STEM students. Next, we have the respondents. The respondents of the study are population of grade 11 STEM students of Davao Doctors College and use simple random sampling, for the reason that the grade 11 STEM students have been following the K-12 curriculum, which has a core subject of general mathematics and specialized subject of pre-calculus in the first semester, which will increase the level of stress experienced by a student. And also, me as a graduate of the K to 12 curriculum under the academic strand of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or the STEM strand, I can really tell as well personally that studying those subjects gives me the stress, or I consider those subjects as a stressors, which stresses me out. Next is the research local. This study will be conducted at the Davao Doctors College, located at Barangay General Malvar, Davao City. It is located near the center of the city, and the school is enrolled by senior high school students and college students. Next is the research instrument. This study made use of the survey questionnaire to gather the needed data for the study. The first draft was presented to the advisor for corrections and suggestion. Afterwards, panel of experts were asked to check the mentioned questionnaire to ensure its reliability and validity. The questionnaire covered the levels of academic stress and performance in mathematics of grade 11 STEM students in Davao Doctors College. Grades for each respondent were interpreted accordingly, and the range of means stated below in the table is the basis of the interpreted grades. So here is the table that interprets a grade. For grades 90 to 100, it is described as outstanding. For grades 85 to 89, very satisfactory. 80 to 84, satisfactory. 75 to 79, fairly satisfactory, and below 70 did not meet satisfactory. In addition, qualitative data was gathered through in-depth interview with the selected respondents. So these are the questions that we'll ask to the selected. But since this is still a research proposal, I decided not to include the questions here in the presentation. So I'll move on to the data gathering procedure. So the following procedures were observed during the gathering of data. First is asking permission to conduct this study. A letter of permission will be submitted to the office of the principal to ask the permission for the grade 11 STEM students to answer the questionnaire. Next step is the administration and retrieval of questionnaire. So upon approval, the researchers distributed the survey questionnaires to grade 11 STEM students. Next step is the collection and tabulation of data. After the retrieval of the questionnaire, the researchers tallied the answers and then submitted to the statistician for analysis. Next is the statistical treatment of the data. In the analysis of data, the following statistical tools were employed. First tool is the mean. This was used to answer the statement of the problem in numbers 1 and 2, which were to determine the levels of stress and academic performances. Next is the Pearson R. This was used to answer the statement problem 3, to confirm if there is a significant relationship between the levels of stress and academic performances among grade 11 STEM students in Davao Doctors College. And that ends my research proposal, and it also ends my discussion for today. Thank you so much, and